Welcome, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Have you ever found a penny lying around and thought, what if this tiny coin is worth a fortune? Well, today, we're diving into the story of one such penny, the 1968 no-mint mark Lincoln penny that's making waves with its jaw-dropping $1.2 million market value. That's right, a single penny that could change your life forever. Stick around, because you won't want to miss the details on what makes this coin so valuable, how to spot one, and my own embarrassing yet hilarious penny hunting story. Let's start with the basics. The 1968 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is like finding a diamond in a pile of rocks. Most pennies from 1968 were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, and those from Philly didn't traditionally have a mint mark. But here's the twist: the valuable no mint mark penny we're talking about today isn't just any Philly penny. It's rare because of its pristine condition and unique errors. Well, these coins often feature double die obverse, where parts of the design, like Abraham Lincoln's profile or the word liberty, appear doubled. It's like Lincoln had a doppelganger moment. Coins with these errors are incredibly rare, making collectors willing to pay big bucks to add one to their collection. Now, before you start raiding your coin jar, let me tell you how to identify this elusive penny. First, grab a magnifying glass or, if you're fancy, a jeweler's loupe and examine the coin closely. Check for these features. Look under the year 1968 on the front of the coin. If there's no D or S, you're on the right track. Double die errors, pay close attention to Lincoln's face, the lettering, and the date. If they look a little shadowy, you might have a winner. Coins graded as MS65 or higher are the jackpot. This means they look almost brand new, even though they've been around for over 50 years. Okay, let me share a quick, somewhat embarrassing story about my own penny adventure. A couple of years ago, I was cleaning out my car, a task I avoid like the plague, and found a bunch of sticky, grimy coins in the cup holder. One of them caught my eye because it looked different. I got all excited, thinking I'd found a rare coin. I spent 2 hours scrubbing it with toothpaste, Googling its value, and fantasizing about my millionaire life. Spoiler alert, it was a regular 1968 penny worth exactly 1 cent. Always double check with an expert. Even if you don't strike it rich, the hunt is half the fun. So, how does this little copper coin fetch $1.2 million? It all comes down to demand and rarity. Serious collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins that are nearly flawless and have unique features like those double die errors. It's like a bidding war at an auction, but instead of art, it's a shiny piece of history. Now, here's a fun fact: in 2018, a 1968 no-mint mark penny in pristine condition sold for over $1 million at an auction. Imagine paying for a house, a car, and a dream vacation, all with one penny. That's the magic of rare coins. Tips for hunting rare coins. If you're ready to start your penny hunting journey, here are a few tips. You never know what might be hiding in that old jar of coins. Visit flea markets and garage sales. Sometimes, people unknowingly sell valuable coins for next to nothing. These are super handy for identifying rare coins. Professional grading can boost the value of your coin significantly. Alright, folks, that's the scoop on the 1968 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Who knew a humble penny could be worth $1.2 million? Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who enjoys a good treasure hunt, remember, the next time you see a penny on the ground, pick it up. It might just be your ticket to millionaire status. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell for more tips, tricks, and stories about coins worth money. And hey, share this video with your friends. They might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Hey there, treasure hunters. Imagine this: you're digging through your loose change, maybe trying to scrounge up enough for your morning coffee, and bam, you stumble upon a penny. But not just any penny. No, this is the kind of penny that could buy you a house, a car, or maybe even that dream vacation to Bora Bora. Sounds too good to be true? Well, stick around because today, we're diving into the wild world of the 2016 D-Mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny that's worth an incredible $1.3 million. Yes, you heard me, million. And who knows? One of these might be hiding in your couch cushions right now. Before you start tearing apart your sofa or breaking open your piggy bank, let's talk about what makes this penny so special. Spoiler alert, it's not just because it's shiny. Alright, let's start with the basics. The 2016 D Lincoln penny comes from the Denver Mint, hence the D Mint mark. You'll find it on the front of the coin, just below the date. Now, most of these pennies are just worth, well, a penny. But what sets the $1,000,000 version apart is its rarity and unique error. Here's the deal. There are a few coins out there from 2016 that were struck with what's called a die error. That's when something goes wrong during the minting process, leaving the coin with imperfections or anomalies. Collectors love these errors because they're like the rare Pokemon of the coin world. In the case of the 2016 D penny, the error is subtle but significant. It could be a doubled die, where some parts of the design appear twice, or even a misplaced mint mark. These tiny mistakes send collectors into a frenzy, and now, let me tell you a quick story. Last year, I was cleaning out my glove compartment, that magical black hole where ketchup packets and old receipts go to die. I found a handful of pennies in there and thought, maybe one of these is valuable. So I did what any sane person would do, I Googled it. An hour later, I was knee-deep in coin forums and realized that none of my pennies were worth more than 10 cents. But hey, you never know. And that's the beauty of coin hunting. So how do you know if you've got the golden ticket of pennies? First, grab a magnifying glass or one of those cool pocket microscopes. Look closely at the coin for any signs of doubling on the date, Liberty, or even Abraham Lincoln's profile. If something looks off, congratulations, you might have something special. Professionally graded. Experts can assess its condition and confirm if it's the real deal. But here's a tip: don't clean your coin. I know, if it looks a little grubby, you'll want to shine it up. But trust me, collectors prefer coins in their natural state, even if they're a bit dingy. And now, let's talk numbers. A standard 2016 D penny is worth, 1 cent. But if you've got the error version in mint condition, you're looking at a payday of $1.3 million. That's like finding a Picasso in your attic, and here's the crazy part: some people don't even realize they're holding onto these valuable coins. Imagine tossing one into a vending machine or dropping it in a tip jar. Ouch, so there you have it, folks. The 2016 D Lincoln penny could turn out to be the most valuable penny in your pocket. The key is to keep your eyes peeled and do your homework. Who knows? Your next cup of coffee could come with a side of financial freedom if you find one of these rare coins. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with this thought: every coin tells a story, and some stories are worth millions. So go ahead, check your change, and see if you've been walking around with a fortune in your pocket. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. We're just getting started on this journey through coins worth money, and trust me, there are some wild treasures out there waiting to be discovered. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or if you're inspired to start hunting. Hey, coin lovers! Welcome back to Old Coins Prices, your go-to spot for all things valuable in the coin world. Today, we're diving into one of the most surprising coins of recent years, the 2020 D Mint Abraham Lincoln penny. You won't believe what it's worth. Alright, so let's talk about why this little penny made waves in the coin collecting community. First things first, the 2020 D Mint marks an important year. It's the only year where pennies were minted with a D without the typical P or S mint marks. This alone makes it a bit unique. Now, we've all heard stories of rare pennies selling for millions. Think of that 1943 bronze penny. But what makes the 2020 D special is its fresh, modern twist on rarity. Now, here's a quick story for you. I once found a penny while cleaning out my old coin collection. It was just a regular old penny, or so I thought. Turns out, after a bit of research, it turned out to be worth over $500. And that got me thinking, what if I missed something even more valuable? Enter the 2020 D. Turns out, it's not just some ordinary penny sitting in my collection, and you might have one too. So why is the 2020 D Mint penny worth so much? It's all about scarcity. Less than 1 million of these were minted, and collectors love that. The demand for modern coins like this, combined with its mint condition, sends the price skyrocketing. Currently, you're looking at a whopping $1.4 million for a well-preserved 2020 D. That's not a typo. If you're lucky enough to come across a 2020 D, here's what you need to do: look for any wear or imperfections. Proper storage is key to maintaining its value. A professionally graded coin can add even more value. I once tried to appraise a coin at a local shop, and let's just say, the price I got was far off from what the internet said. Pro tip: research is your friend. So, there you have it, the 2020 D Mint Abraham Lincoln Penny, a modern-day treasure worth up to $1.4 million. Who would have thought, right? If you enjoyed this journey through rare coins and want more tips on how to turn pocket change into potential gold mines, hit that subscribe button and join our community. And hey, if you've got a cool coin story of your own, drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you discovered hidden gems in your collection. Thanks for watching, and remember, you never know what you might find in your change jar. This script is structured to engage viewers with informative content, sprinkle in humor, and encourage interaction through a compelling call to action. Hey, coin collectors! Have you ever wondered if that penny in your pocket is worth more than just a cup of coffee? Well, today, we're diving into the 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, and trust me, this little coin could be worth a whole lot more than just face value. Let's talk about why this penny has collectors excited and how it could add some serious value to your collection now. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, my cousin found a penny in his pocket while doing laundry. He casually checked the date, and BAM, 1991 with no mint mark. Fast forward to today, that penny is worth over $1,500. Yeah, he's not complaining anymore about doing laundry. Let's break it down a bit. Most Lincoln pennies are pretty common, but this one, the 1991 no mint mark, is something special. Why? Well, pennies are usually produced at mints in specific locations like Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But coins without a mint mark indicate that they were made in Philadelphia without a mint mark. When that happens, and the coin hasn't been struck at one of the other mints, it becomes rarer. And collectors go nuts over rare coins. What makes the 1991 no mint mark penny stand out is its low production run. Fewer of these coins were made compared to others from the same year. That's scarcity? It drives up the value. Right now, a 1991 no mint mark Lincoln penny can sell for around $1,500 in mint condition, and even those that show signs of wear can still fetch a good price. We've seen auctions where these pennies go for thousands, depending on condition. Collectors love these because they're like finding a needle in a haystack. And with more people getting into coin collecting, demand keeps going up, which means more value for these rare coins. Now, how do you know if you've got one? Well, first check the year, 1991, and look at the spot where the mint mark would normally be. If it's missing, you've got a winner. If it has an S, D, or P, it's not quite as valuable. Pro tip: always check your loose change. You'd be surprised what you might find. Whether it's old coins or even just obscure ones like the 1991 no mint mark, they could be worth a pretty penny. So there you have it, a quick dive into the fascinating world of coin collecting, specifically the 1991 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, these little coins can pack a big punch in value. If you enjoyed learning about this coin, hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on how to spot rare coins and build a valuable collection. Happy hunting! And who knows, you might just find the next hidden treasure. Hey everyone! Welcome back to Old Coins Prices, where we dive deep into the world of rare coins and their jaw-dropping values. Today, we're talking about a tiny coin that could be worth a fortune, the 2008 D Mint mark Lincoln penny worth over $1.6 million. Yep, you heard that right. Let's get into it. Alright, let's start with some quick history. The Lincoln penny has been around since 1909, and in 2008, the U.S. Mint produced this little beauty, the 2008 D Mint mark Lincoln penny. What makes this penny special? Well, it all comes down to a little mint error, post showing close-ups of the 2008 D penny. Here's where things get interesting. Normally, a coin's mint mark tells us where it was made, Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, or San Francisco, S. But for the 2008 D, something went wrong, and some pennies were struck twice, unintentionally creating a D/D error. Now, let me tell you a story. A few years back, my uncle handed me a handful of old pennies, and I wasn't too excited at first. I thought, yeah, they're just pennies. But lo and behold, a 2008 D popped out, and we sent it in for grading. Fast forward to today, and it's valued at $1.6 million. Crazy, right? Host holding a pile of old coins, smiling and chuckling. That moment when you realize your pocket change is worth more than a new car, priceless. Okay, so how do you tell if you have a 2008 D with that D/D error? First, look at the mint mark on the back of the penny. Normally, it should look like a clean, single D. But if you spot two Ds stacked on top of each other, boom! You've got a potential $1.6 million treasure. Close-up shots of different 2008 D pennies, with arrows pointing to mint marks. And now, let's talk about that $1.6 million valuation. That's enough to buy a house or, I don't know, a really, really nice boat. I mean, who would have thought a little coin could make such a big splash? If you're out hunting for coins, remember, condition matters. The better the grade, like mint state, the more your coin could be worth. Oh, and store your coins carefully, no pocket lint, please. So, there you have it, the story of a tiny coin that could change your life. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare coins, hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on how to find coins worth serious money. Let's turn those dusty old pennies into a fortune. Thanks for watching, and remember, keep searching those coins. Who knows what you might find next? Hey there, coin enthusiasts! Welcome back to Old Coins Prices, where we dive into the fascinating world of rare coins, valuable finds, and the stories behind them. Today, we're talking about a penny, yes, a single penny that could make you a millionaire. Specifically, the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Let's get into it. Now, before we jump into the details, let's set the stage. Picture this: you're digging through your old coins and come across a simple-looking 1982 penny. It's not worth much, right? Or is it? In fact, if you've got one of these pennies, it could be worth over $1.7 million. That's right, folks. A small piece of metal could potentially change your life. So, what makes the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny so special? Well, back in 1982, the US Mint had a bit of a mix-up with their minting process. Some pennies ended up without a mint mark, a tiny DRS, which indicates the mint where the coin was made. These accidental no-mint mark pennies are the real treasures. Typically, coins have a mint mark on them, whether it's a D for Denver, an S for San Francisco, or, of course, a big ol' P for Philadelphia. But in 1982, a few pennies slipped through the cracks and ended up with no mint mark at all. And that's where the value skyrockets. So why are these 1982 no-mint mark pennies so valuable? It all comes down to rarity and demand. Not many people realized they had one for years, which means they were tucked away in dusty drawers or forgotten coin jars. Fast forward to today, collectors are paying top dollar for them. Imagine finding one of these beauties in a coin roll from your local bank, or even worse, giving it away in pocket change. I mean, wouldn't you feel just a little guilty about that? Here's the kicker: only a handful of 1982 no-mint mark pennies are known to exist. When something so rare pops up, collectors go crazy, and the price jumps to jaw-dropping levels. Now, here's a quick story for you. A few years back, I was at a local flea market when I stumbled upon a guy who had a random coin collection for sale. Among the pile of pennies was a 1982 penny without a mint mark. At first, I thought, just another penny. But after digging into the research, I couldn't believe my eyes. That penny could have been worth millions. Needless to say, I walked away with a newfound respect for coins and a lot more careful when going through my own collection. Alright, coin lovers, that's it for today's deep dive into the 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your fellow coin collectors, and of course, subscribe for more tips, tricks, and treasure hunts in the world of rare coins. Who knows, maybe the next penny you come across could be worth millions. Hey everyone! Welcome back to Old Coins Prices, where we dive into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we're talking about a penny that might just be hiding in your change jar, the 1973 D-mint mark Lincoln penny. So grab a snack, settle in, and let's talk about why this little copper disc could be worth a whole lot more than face value. Now, you might be wondering, a penny from 1973? Really? What's so special about that? Well, trust me, there's more to this tiny coin than just being old. So, let's set the scene for a second. It's 1973, bell-bottom jeans are making a comeback, and disco is in full swing. Meanwhile, the US Mint was producing pennies, and lucky for us, some of those 1973 pennies had a little extra something, a D mint mark. So what makes the 1973 D special? Well, only a limited number of these pennies were minted at the Denver Mint, making them a bit rarer than your everyday Lincoln penny. Fast forward to today, and these little guys are making collectors and coin enthusiasts quite happy. A 1973 D penny with great condition can fetch around $1.9 million. That's right, million with an M. Now, don't go rooting through your couch cushions just yet. You need to check for certain details like the condition, any errors, or unique characteristics that could raise that value even higher. So here's a funny story. A buddy of mine found a 1973 D penny in his dad's old coin collection. At first, he thought it was just another worn-out penny, but when he did some digging, he realized he could be sitting on a potential fortune. That's what I love about coins. You never know when you might strike gold, or in this case, copper. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, the 1973 D Mint penny proves that sometimes, the smallest details can make the biggest difference. Plus, it's always a blast trying to track down those rare finds. Alright, quick tip: if you're looking for your own 1973 D penny, check the date and the mint mark. Look for that tiny D just under Lincoln's bust. Also, the condition matters. The more pristine, the more valuable. So, that's the scoop on the 1973 D mint mark Lincoln penny. If you're as excited about rare coins as I am, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for more tips, tricks, and stories from the world of valuable coins. Who knows? Your next great find could be just a trip to your local coin shop away. Hey there, coin collectors and casual coin enthusiasts. Welcome back to Old Coins Prices, your go-to spot for everything valuable and collectible. Today, we're diving into a penny that might be sitting in your pocket right now, the 1976 D mint mark Lincoln penny. Now, you're probably thinking, a penny? Really? Oh, trust me, it's not just any penny. Let's talk about why this one could be worth more than its weight in cents. So, what makes this 1976 D penny so special? Well, here's the deal. Back in 1976, the United States Mint celebrated the bicentennial, that's 200 years since our country's independence. To commemorate this, they released special coins, including the 1976 pennies. Now, the standard 1976 pennies were issued without a mint mark, meaning they were struck at the Philadelphia Mint. But, if you've got a 1976 penny with a D mint mark, it means it was struck in Denver. And yes, that tiny little mint mark can mean a big difference in value. Now, here's where things get interesting: the value. A regular 1976 D penny might only be worth its face value, which is 1 cent. But if you've got a well-preserved one or a rare error, that's where things can get, well, valuable. I'll share a quick story. A few months ago, I was going through a jar of coins my grandma gave me. I found a bunch of 1976 pennies, most of them looking well-loved. But then I stumbled upon a 1976 D that looked different: no scratches, no wear, like it was fresh from the mint. Long story short, I sent it to an expert, and it was worth a good chunk more than 1 cent. Moral of the story? Always inspect your pennies. Condition is king when it comes to coin collecting. If your 1976 D penny looks like it's been through the ringer, chances are it's just worth what it is, 1 cent. But if you've got one in top-notch condition, or perhaps even a rare mint error, that penny could be worth $100, maybe even $1,000 or more. Insane, right? That tiny D can make a world of difference. Honestly, sometimes I wonder how people even manage to miss those tiny mint marks. I mean, it's not like it's hiding behind a barcode at the grocery store. But here's the thing: unless you're super lucky or have an eagle eye, you probably wouldn't notice a super valuable 1976 D penny just by looking at it. So, it's always a good idea to do a bit of research, use a magnifying glass, and check out coin grading services or experts if you're really curious about what your coin could be worth. So, whether you're just starting out or a seasoned collector, the 1976 D penny has some hidden potential. Next time you're digging through your change jar or browsing through a coin shop, take a closer look at those pennies. And if you found a valuable one, don't forget to let your fellow collectors know. Oh, and before you go, if you enjoyed this deep dive into coin values, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for more tips on coins worth money, strategies for collecting, and a whole lot more. Thanks for hanging out, and happy coin hunting! Have you ever had a penny sitting in your pocket and thought, what could this little guy really be worth? Well, today, we're diving into the world of one of the most fascinating coins out there, the 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial penny. Believe it or not, the seemingly ordinary penny could be worth a whole dollar. Yeah, you heard me, 100 times its face value. Doesn't sound like much? Stick around because you'll find out why the dollar might just blow your mind. Oh, and don't worry, we're keeping this fun, light, and super informative. By the end, you might just want to start digging through your couch cushions. The backstory of the 2009 Lincoln penny. Let's start with a little history lesson, but don't zone out, this one's cool. In 2009, the U.S. Mint released the Lincoln Bicentennial penny to celebrate Honest Abe's 200th birthday and the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln cent. Talk about a double whammy. The Mint went all out, creating 4 different reverse designs, each representing a different chapter of Lincoln's life. We've got the log cabin penny, young Lincoln growing up in Kentucky; the rail splitter penny, Lincoln's early adulthood in Indiana, showing off his hard-working roots; the Capitol building penny, his professional life in Illinois and the beginnings of his political career; the presidential penny, Lincoln in Washington, D.C., where he changed the course of history. And now, these designs weren't just about making your penny jar look fancy. They told a story. And that's part of why collectors love these coins. They're like tiny history books in your pocket. Here's where things get juicy. These pennies were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But what really makes them stand out is their composition. You see, most modern pennies are made of zinc with a thin copper coating. But in 2009, the Mint decided to use the original 1909 composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc for some of these coins. Nostalgia, neat coin collecting, but wait, there's more. Some of these pennies were made with special finishes, like satin or proof finishes, for collectors. If you've got one of those, congratulations, you're already in the VIP section of penny collecting. Alright, here's the part you've been waiting for. What are these pennies worth? On average, a regular 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial penny in circulated condition is worth, drumroll please, about $1. That's right, $1. I know, it doesn't sound like a fortune, but think about it this way: if you had 100 of these, you'd have $100. Not bad for something most people overlook. Now, if you've got a penny in mint condition or one with a special proof or satin finish, the value jumps. Some of these can sell for $10, $20, or even more, depending on their grade. So, that jar of pennies you've been ignoring? Yeah, it might just be a treasure chest. Here's a funny story. A while back, I found a 2009 penny while cleaning out my car. It was wedged between the seat and the console, along with a French fry that was way too old to talk about. At first, I almost tossed it aside, but something about the design caught my eye. After a quick Google search, I realized I'd been driving around with a tiny piece of history and a potential dollar in my car for who knows how long. Moral of the story? Always check your loose change before dumping it in the tip jar. Still not convinced this is a big deal? Think about it this way: finding a valuable penny is like discovering a little piece of treasure in your everyday life. It's a reminder that even the smallest things can hold surprising value. Plus, it's a fun way to get into the world of coin collecting. Who knows? Today it's a dollar penny, tomorrow, you're uncovering a rare coin worth thousands. So, what have we learned today? First, never underestimate the humble penny. Second, the 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial penny isn't just a coin, it's a tiny piece of American history. And third, you never know what treasures might be lurking in your spare change. Before you run off to raid your piggy bank, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Here on this channel, we're all about uncovering hidden gems, whether it's coins, collectibles, or just clever tips to boost your knowledge, and maybe even your wallet. Leave a comment below if you've ever found a special coin, or let us know what topic you want us to cover next.